Hey everyone, how you doing? Dan again. I'm back with some static grass here. As you can see, this is the WS Scenic Pro Grass 1 mil dead static grass. Okay, so 1 mil of this product here is gonna just feel like it's just partially carpeted. So I want to do a section in here between the rail here and the mansion, because let's see if I get it a little closer. There we go. So I don't have nothing planned to go in here for now. Housing and stuff, I think I got a farm going in the far corner, or I might make it over by the mountain. So I'm not quite sure about that yet. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take some of the static grass. I paid $35 for this on Amazon. I believe I could have got it cheaper at the hobby shop. But, hey, you know what? I wanted to try it out and see what it's about. But it goes a long way, guys. It goes a long way. So, I'm going to grab this. I'm going to turn on my homemade static machine here, and I got my almighty glue brush there. Okay, excuse my belly. There's one thing I can't get rid of. I don't know why. You're over 65 and all of a sudden you just can't get rid of this. I've got a few rocks laid up in here. Sprinkled some flock in here. I got a couple of, I don't think you can see them right now. Hey, can you see this one? Holy smoke. Anyway, here. I made a bunch of these static grass things here, little bushes, clumps. You put a drop of glue on a steel pan. You can put wax paper in between your glue drops and the pan and just static grass them, and they come out in little stubbies like this. And I've got them laid up all over the diorama, just like little grass growing up in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so I'm going to pour some of this glue down here. Okay, nice and fancy. Okay, I'm going to remove the house before I kill the house. Should have done that before I started. Okay, take your time, guys. Be careful. Don't do what I just did. Now, I do have foam here. Everything's on foam. This part of my layout was actually done first. And then I went and decided to move the mountain to the south side of the house, which is behind me. And yeah. Okay. I think that's going to be it for just this session here. It's Sunday today. I think it's the 14th. Yesterday was Valentine's. The 15th today? Yeah, I forgot Valentine's Day. That's why I'm in the basement. Okay, I'm liking this already. I'm going to try to lay this down fairly heavy. Then I take a vacuum cleaner, my little portable. I put a stocking or a piece of towel in front of it. And I suck up all the static grass I have not used. Okay, I go dump this in the water. Okay, don't like my brushes drying out. So like I said before, everyone, you don't have to actually stick this in the, you don't actually have to stick this in the glue. Now, what I'm going to do is take the lid off this. That might be a bad idea, I don't know. I'm going to put it down here on the table next to the camera. I'm going to drop a little bit of that in there here and carry it over. I'm starting how to get a little bit more proficient with this. Okay, now, without trying to get totally covered in goo, I have very long leads on here. And that's probably a big advantage of building your own static system. You can put on a 10-foot lead. As you know, I have the battery that can support it. Whee! Okay. We're going to go through a little bit of this before we're done. Okay. A little lumpy. Of course, you're going to get stuck on everything from here to Jacksonville, as they say in the United States. Don't know if you've ever been there. Now, I could have painted this green. Like I say, this stuff's really light. And you just can't be afraid to use it. Okay, moving to a new location here. Put more of that static gas in here. Okay. Yeah, pounding it down here. Ouch. You can get your high for the day just by playing around with one of these things for the afternoon. Okay, looking okay. We're going to go through a bunch of this today, I'm telling you. This is why I say using static grass products can be quite expensive if you're using a whole bunch of it. So it's something you got to decide if you want to use this much or not. That's up to you. Now, I probably won't retrieve much of this because it's gonna pretty well stay glued to the table. And yeah, it helps to tap it on your hand. I find that it helps a lot to get the fibers to jump off and out of the basket here. Now they say you can that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I got lamp posts going in here. Look at that. It clung to the post. Static electricity came all the way to here. The static electricity came all the way to here, and this stuff is clinging to the post. Pretty crazy stuff. Okay, whoops, sorry about that. Hope that didn't make you sick. I'm just trying to move you back a bit more here. That's probably good right there. My screen is full of static grass there. Just blowing it away from this edge here so I can start gluing again. I'm going to come further back into my layout here. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Pop the lid open, probably help a little, right? Got my train running in the background there. Don't know if you can hear it or not. My brush. Okay. Yeah, I figured since, like I said, I've got probably close to 200 subscribed channels on my iPad and such. Everybody has something to share. You're always learning something. I hope that doesn't leave too much of a line there. Okay, there we go. Excuse the back of my hand there. Just trying to get this stuff down quick. To me, quick is better than not fast enough. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to come up here like this for now. Okay. I'm going to make another line back here. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to move you back again here, everyone. Just hang in there. There goes the camera again. Okay. Check and make sure this is still working. Ah, ooh, it's still working. Oh, going through a fair bit of this here. Okay. Keep on pouring. For $35, this isn't going to go very far. So like I said, you probably wouldn't use it for your main attraction here. You'd probably just use it to cover a small area. I just don't see somebody using a whole jar of this in one area, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing here. You know what I mean? That jar is half empty already. I'm going to dump a little bit more of that in there. Look at that, it's sticking to my finger. You can feel the static electricity going through the applicator, and I'm nowhere near the applicator. Ah, got a little tummy rub there. Okay. Little balls here. I'm assuming they're going to come out when I vacuum this up, because the problem with this is that if you touch them, you flatten the hairs before they dry. That's not good. So that's a pretty large area I got here, guys and gals. So I'm going to make some noise, turn off the applicator so I don't get electrocuted anymore. Okay. I'm going to get my vacuum cleaner and just do a quick sweep. Yep, it's here somewhere. How do you lose a vacuum cleaner? I just had it here. Holy, oh, there it is. My God. It's underneath my table. Okay, I'm gonna move the box off here, out of the way. Take this lid over here. I have a piece of cloth here somewhere that I use to pick up my material with. Put it at the end of a vacuum cleaner like that, a little piece of rag. Vacuum cleaner, I got a mini vacuum cleaner for car detailing. It works really good. When you turn it on, you just gotta watch that the blower doesn't blow where you're trying to pick up your product. Okay, I'm going to take the time to dump this. See if I get this right this time. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's quite a lot of product that I'm picking up here. A lot of it. Okay, it's fantastic. Right. Now, I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. I got I even got some green from my static grass. You can't save all of it, but make an effort to save some of it. And I got a cap full left. See that? Yeah, you're all covered in static grass there, guys. Yeah. Do you feel that stuff on your face? I don't. Okay, I'm going to do one more quick pickup over here. And that will be it for this demo, I think. We're going to put that in here again. We're going to load up this with the rag here. One more time. It's just off to the side of the camera here. quick tour of this. This section of the track is the south end of the building. So this is the section of track that I started to work on until I got a brain fart, and then I thought it was going to be a really good idea to move that 4x4 over there instead of, it was here, I moved it over there. For some reason I just felt it was better on the other side. So I made the move. My tree's loose. I'll have to come back and dust this off a little bit. I have purchased, I'll be getting more of these. They're street lamps. They're wired. And they've got a resistor on it. And I believe that's a 125R resistor for these lights, or you'll blow them up. And there's one reason why I know that is because I tried connecting one of these directed to 12 volt, and it lasted a millisecond. So most of these use 125R resistor. They're blue. Okay. Anyway, I also purchased a bunch of cars. They're all wired. The headlights and the taillights go on, and these run off of 12 volts. Now you can get a electronic device that allows you to dim the lighting on your diorama. I'm just looking into this. I know nothing about wiring up lights and stuff, but it seems pretty straightforward. But a lot of these guys are using it as electronic panels, digital panels or something, that control the lighting. And I've got a lot of time before I have to worry about that. So I'm going to get the construction company back out here. And they're going to groom this side of the track for me. And of course they came to work in very fancy cars like this. Isn't that cool? My wife got me 50 of those things. And a little trailer of a sort. Now this here is my fire station. I'm going to wipe you down here. There we go. This model is ultra cheap. And it looks okay, but I weathered it up a little bit. And I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this. It's supposed to be a fire station. Okay. I'll give you a little bit of a tour here, so I'm going to have to shake you up a bit. Take the tape off the lens. Move my can of paint somewhere. Oh, down here. Sorry about the shaky shake. Okay, so this is the grass that turned out. There's my little building. There. I'm trying to get it all in here, guys. Yeah. So if you take your time, there's a lot of things you can do. So this is the south side of the layout. As you can see, there's a corner down there. I was going to put a farm in there. I don't think I'll be doing that. Here's my river. I have static grass already applied on each side, and I'm going to fill that with epoxy, tinted epoxy. And the track continues in the background there. I don't know if you can see it or not. And just a little mountain I built back here. I call it Jonathan's Mountain after my son. This is where I practiced to do the black rock paint effect. And this is where I practiced putting my first static grass down over here. It's nice. You almost want to walk on it. There's still some stuff going to go on here, but not much. Now this table here, was going to be my train yard. That was going to be my train yard where I was going to keep all my rolling stock on. So I'm not too sure now if I want to do it here or I want to do it over there on that table. As the train comes off the main line, you can pick up cars in here, then continue down here. There's no table here yet. It's going to continue on back here. You see the track's laid out all the way around. All this track is laid out all the way to that corner here, right in behind this. Just right, it stops right in here somewhere. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. It's Sunday today. I ain't got nothing better to do, so I figure if I'm going to do anything, I'd video it, and I'm going to let you see what I'm doing as I go along. So this is Dano's Trains. Please like, at least, or subscribe. I appreciate it. Take care now.